Hello, my name is Wardatul Husna and I will be presenting about my first thesis proposal, which is Creative and Cultural City. So the Creative City concept is supported by the KL Structure Plan, Goal 3, Healthy and Vibrant City, which mentions creative city environment and use of urban space. A little background, KL is officially a federal territory of Malaysia. It began as a tin mining town in the 1850s and is located within Selangor. In recent times, development of new centralities have caused the decline of the downtown KL area due to the loss of functions and identity to the surrounding area. Therefore, the declining identity of downtown KL in terms of heritage and core functions has led to the loss of population and activities to surrounding area, weak heritage and cultural identity, and unused and abandoned heritage buildings. The aim of this research is the preservation of heritage buildings and values to strengthen the cultural identity of the historic core in downtown Kuala Lumpur and to develop it as a creative and cultural district. The objectives are first to investigate the urban conservation methods of heritage cities, second to enhance the heritage and cultural identity, and third to utilize the cultural resources for future creative industry development. In this research, I will be studying the creative city framework, adaptive reuse strategies, and cultural resources mapping. The strategies on urban regeneration and conservation, cultural and creative industries, and adaptive reuse will also be considered in this research. My case studies are Songkla Old Town and Ipoh Historic District, particularly on how they approach the creative district and heritage conservation respectively. This is the method that I will be using to conduct this research, mainly using a mix of qualitative and quantitative methods. This is the land use and site context that contains mostly commercial and institutional uses with evidence of creative activities taking place within the historic district. From the produced SWOT analysis, it shows that creative city concept can address the problem statement through preservation of heritage identity and also rejuvenate the downtown KL economically through the creative industries and activities. The expected outcome of this project is the identification and preservation method of heritage values, mapping of significant cultural activities and places within downtown KL, and also a master plan to incorporate all the creative and cultural qualities to enhance the social, environmental, and economic benefits to the community. This is the list of references. This is the second proposal, which is about low carbon city. In 2017, KL produced 25 million tons of carbon, most of which came from transportation, followed by buildings and waste. So, KL faces the issues of urban heat island compounded by the lack of greening and permeability in the city and also the inefficient transportation facilities. Therefore, the research aim is to study the transit-oriented development approach in order to achieve lower carbon emissions. The objective is to study the last mile connectivity of transit development and methods to create a green and permeable design into the urban environment. The scope of study is to learn more about low carbon city indicators, types of urban mobility, and transit-oriented development approaches. The study area is located in the Kuala Lumpur city centre, which is prone to urban heat island risk. The components of low carbon city and transit-oriented development will also be considered in this study. And the methodology will include a quantitative method to calculate the carbon emissions by referring to existing frameworks and assessments such as this. The KL Structure Plan also mentions the goal of low carbon cities as one of its main focus. In the selected site, it is mostly dense commercial purposes with an extensive existing transport facilities. However, it has a poor last mile connectivity in between the transit stations. Therefore, the approaches I would like to implement are creating low carbon awareness among communities, adoption of renewable energy technology in urban areas, and enhancing the last mile connectivity, as well as turning Sungai Pelang and Sungai Gombak as an urban corridor. The expected outcome is the implementation of last mile connectivity, integrated urban mobility system, and urban safety design. This is the reference list, and that's all for me.